This video is all about vegetables harvest and vegetable store. If you want to know what I'm going to harvest from my garden this time, watch this video. These are the cucumbers. They are looking healthy. So I'm really happy for that. I'm hoping they are flowering sooner. And look, these sunflowers here are really growing faster. They are for the animals like birds, squirrel, chipmunks to enjoy from our gardens. They have their part too. Those are squash. And there's a bigger squash here next to the sunflowers. And you have to have a lot of patience if you're gardening or planting in this area. Although it is very challenging for me to have garden every year, I never give up. I always have garden each year since I moved up here. And I don't know which about this group in here, which is the pumpkin, squash, or zucchinis. Today is Monday, July 6, 2020, and this is how my garden looks like. Our tomatoes up here are doing good. These two here are smaller compared to the other because this is from seeds. And what happened was my husband started it inside the house or inside the garage. When they germinate and grow, they became not healthy. So my husband thought that it will not make it through. Once the spring was here, he moved it to the greenhouse up there or our garden shed, and the tomatoes surviving every day. And then when the garden was ready, so my husband planted it, and that's why until now it's look like smaller tomatoes. Other than that, they look healthy too. So we have cherry tomatoes here and bigger tomatoes. And where the string is, that's where the carrots are, and they are still small this time. Here's the lettuce here. Celery are doing great. And Swiss chards. And the green peas. I thought that our green peas was just flowering, but my husband pointed out this morning that there are smaller green peas now. Pretty soon we're gonna get some green peas. So here's our green beans, which I thought it was half of it was bush beans and half are climbing beans. And it turns out that this whole area here are climbing beans. I was pretty sure it was bush beans that I was planted. So I have green beans here that are bush beans. This is what I love in the summer, to have garden and seeing them greens all over. Our garden are really simple. It's just good enough for me and my husband. But every year we have to give them away because they are just too much. There are too many of them that we cannot eat all of them, just me and my husband. This is radish, the plants that has bigger leaves in front of me. And my husband dig them up after all the gardens or the vegetables are done. And he is making a sauce from it or a dip, but I can't handle the taste. It's very strong. It has very strong taste that for me, it burns my tongue. But my husband loved it. He used it as a condiment when we're having prime rib. And guess what? I don't want to wreck my prime rib. I just eat the prime rib the way it is. So here's my beautiful, healthy Swiss chard here, along with some radish here and there. And look at my lettuce. Those are celery. There's a big bunch of dill here. And more cucumbers, of course. More flowers to all of the tomatoes here. Here's more pumpkin here. There's no enough cucumber because here's more cucumbers. And here's the grapes that I was talking about one of my videos, that since we planted these grapes, we have not seen any fruits. And to my surprise, this time, there are fruits. I don't know how in the world I missed the flowering or blooming part of these grapes, but maybe because I did not pay attention that the grapes will have fruits this year. They are still tiny, but I'm so happy and excited because at least I can see them producing fruits before we move to the Philippines. Maybe the grape trees heard me when I was talking one of my videos and sounds like complaining that I have not seen the grapes that has fruits. So yeah, I believe that vegetables, plants can hear us when we talk to them. I do believe that. So my husband and I are not really sure if these grapes can make it before fall, but at least we see them. harvest today. So I'm really happy and so excited. I have huge lettuce here and Swiss chards, and I have cilantro, sweet basil, and of course dill. It smells really good. So this is the second harvest from the garden.